What's going down, T-Subs and Squad? So happy Wednesday to you, and y'all already know why I'm here. I'm here to give y'all Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Episode 3, and good, here it is. Alright, y'all, so the episode starts off with Heather throwing a baby shower for 5 of her employees, whom are all pregnant with their very first child at the same time, and they're all having boys. God damn. Like, girl, are you never mind, I ain't even gonna say that about that woman stuff. I ain't got no time, because I was about to get the same accusation that Jennifer and Evelyn gave Cece about her little business and whatever, but I ain't about to go there. We gonna move on. Congratulations to all them girls, all them whores, if you let me tell it. Moving on. Jen shows up to the house in open-toed heels again. Talk about something. Please help me. Please make sure I'm okay, because I don't want to slip. Well, bitch, you shouldn't be dressed. Listen, Jen, you starting to get on my damn nerves. We all know you fashion down. You got the money to buy it. We get all of that. Can you please just dress regular? Like you rich white women, y'all kill me with that bullshit. Like, we get it. We understand that y'all are fabulous. Y'all got all the fashions, this, that, and this. I so totally get all of that. But you ain't got no type of stylish shoe that's a boot or a closed shoe or a shoe that's made for the damn weather. Talk about something you don't want to get your feet wet with them. Bitch, you shouldn't have worn them damn shoes. Lord, Jen, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Jen, but Jen is simple. Like, Jen is real simple. Moving on. Heather opens up about her divorce, and then Jen gives her some great advice. Jen was like, listen, you did the right thing by divorcing a man that said that he's divorcing you because he don't want to be with you. I mean, like, I'm just confused, Heather, because you're giving off all of these tears and this, that, and this. But, I mean, didn't you move on? Did we not just see your husband? Or was that not your husband? Was that somebody else's husband? I don't know. My whole thing is, girl, I'm not understanding why you got all of them damn white women tears for him when that man looked you in your face and says he's divorcing you because he don't want your ass no more. And then you sitting up here crying and strumming your pain with your fingers about that pathetic, nothing-ass man that did not want you. No God, girl. So Meredith is at home with her kids, Chloe and Brooks, and then Jen comes over. And then they get into, somebody's having a rolling 20 party. And then Jen says something about, you know, she does high kicks, but she can't show them how to do the high kicks because her vagina is going to be showing. And Brooks feels some type of way, talking about something, he can't believe that his mom will hang around somebody that doesn't mind or doesn't mind showing how to do high kicks in front of her children. Y'all ain't kids. Y'all grown, rusty-ass, spoiled-ass, little greedy-ass crumb snatchers. And if you feel some way about it, go on about your business, Brooks. Like, you don't need to be there no damn way. Like, why is you sitting up listening to their conversation? Girl, where your man? Moving on. Alright, so then we get down to Lisa teaching her adorable son, Jack, how to drive. Moving on. The cult leader and Meredith go out to the fraud-ass cult leader. Let me add that because I got more to add. The fraud-ass cult leader and Meredith go out to eat and catch up. The fraud-ass cult leader talks about her son Robert having a girlfriend and feeling like her and her granddaddy feels more like partners than a marriage, and talks about how, you know, her grandmama left her everything, including her man, which all turned out to be a lie, because if you all watched my T-Talk Action News earlier, all of that shit is a big in it. Then she talked about how when she married her grandfather, the church split up. Some people stayed with her, some people left, and how, you know, the mama and her don't talk no more because her mama wanted the church and her mama wanted the money and her mama wanted to be with her stepdaddy, and all of that. Y'all, listen. And then Meredith, you got the nerve to talk about yourself. You want to go to that woman church. I mean, you already in one cult. You may as well listen. One cult deserves another. But Meredith, I like you. I like you. But you remind me of Jen. Like you have some simpleton in you a little bit. I don't really know how I feel about this. You and the fraud ass cult leader in this friendship that y'all got going on. I don't know why I feel that way, Meredith, but I'm just not seeing it for the friendship. I'm not. And I ain't trying to be mean. I ain't trying to be rude. I ain't trying to be messy. I'm just trying to give you how I feel about it, homegirl. And I don't know. Something about it just kills me. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like if I did, I would have to wash it. Not from your end, but the fraud-ass cult leader end. Then you want to compound it by going to the damn lady church. Girl, I know you lying. Listen, whatever you do not allow that lady to pray over you or her old-ass granddaddy / husband, grand husband, you know, lay hands over you. And all that other stuff, child. I don't even know why Whitney and her wig wearing daddy want to be caught dead down there. I'm going to leave it alone. We're going to move on. So, Brooks, you get on my damn nerves. Because Brooks says that when he found out his parents was splitting up, he used the excuse about he wanted to be there for his mama, but he also wants to start a fashion line. What gay boy doesn't? I don't know what makes people feel like because you take dick up your mouth and up your ass, that somehow qualifies you to be a fashionista. I mean, what I saw you in was very much so City Trends realness, Marshall's realness, Ross Dress for Less realness, DTLR realness, Macy's realness, Forever 21 realness, JCPenney realness, Sears realness, Journey realness. Did I miss anything? Maybe even a little bit of Spencer's realness, but whatever. And then Brooks is going to tell her how uncomfortable he and Chloe was setting up talking to Jen and how they don't want her to go down to the sleepover that Jen was having because they made her feel away and she needs to be there to see. Like, first of all, Brooks, you got big damn nerve trying to sit up and tell your grown rusty ass mama who house you living in, who I'm more than sure is paying for your schooling, paid for all of your clothes, paying for your cell phone bills, putting money up on your rush card so you could go off and do whatever the hell flying hell you want to because it's obviously not school. You got big damn nerve trying to be the parent to your parent. Who does that? And then you want to talk about being inappropriate. Like, Brooks, listen to me. I'm more than sure when you sit up amongst your girlfriends, all you do is say inappropriate things, like how many dicks you take up your ass and in your mouth, and how many you jack off at one time, and how you be throwing your ass in a circle for a real one time, and this, that, and this. Like, Brooks, I started off liking you, but when you did that, that really ruffled my damn feathers. Because, see, if you was in school where the fuck you needed to be, you wouldn't even been there for none of that. Quiet as it's kept, you shouldn't have even been there anyway because you're still a child to them grown, rusty-ass damn women. That rubbed me the wrong way. And then, Meredith, you going to sit up here and say, Jax, I mean, not Jax. Brooks, I totally understand. You know, I taught him how to speak his mind. Sometimes he could be a little relentless, but when it came to this, he wasn't wrong. Why? Why? First of all, children don't need to be around when adults are talking any damn way. It don't matter how old I was. When anybody came over to my house when I was still living with my mom and those were her friends, I went in my room. I won't sitting up amongst them kikiing, lollygagging, and foolalon and what it was that they had going on, bitch. That's called respect. Moving on. For he pissed me off for real. So then Robert and girl, fraud and the fraud-ass cult leader's wife got to talking about their son and how he not learning anything in school, and she kept asking him questions, and he had the duh look on his face. I guess that's what happens when your mama marries her step granddaddy, whatever the case may be. Girl, that whole thing I was over with. I ain't want no parts. Moving on. So girl, Whitney, Meredith, Jeff, and her dad, and her daddy's wig that I told that bitch to burn last episode, shows up down at the cult leader's church with said wig on again. Whitney, girl, didn't I tell you to burn it last week? I thought that was going to be the first and last time I was going to see that monstrosity of a Robin Dixon wig. But y'all just want to pile it on us, I guess. Then we see Meredith coming down, you know, in her little choir robe or whatever the case may be. Then she calls herself trying to preach. Then she called herself trying to shout. And as y'all know, the devil know how to shout, speak in tongues, interpret in tongues, prayer, prophesy. Y'all know the devil and his minions know how to do all of that. So no, I wasn't impressed. It looked more so like a job to her than, you know, what it was that she needed to do. She tried to act like she was going to cry. I ain't seen none of tear fall. I just don't understand how that church is still standing. I really don't. I really don't. But whatever. And then Jen is at home with her little glam squad, because y'all know Jen don't work. Jen don't do nothing. And so she says that's why she hires so many people to be her. So I never seen a bitch who don't work and don't do shit, but she needs assistance. Assistance for what? You don't do nothing. You don't go work. You don't make your own money. I would understand if Meredith had that. I would understand that Lisa has that. I understand that Heather has that because they go out and work. So they don't have to hire a whole bunch of people to be at the house with them because they're just bored. But then she sits up and talk about how her feelings are hurt because Meredith decides that she didn't want to be there because she wanted to be with Chloe. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Jen did have a point. Like, Meredith, it ain't had nothing to do with that girl, because she was absolutely right. That girl on her first day of school, okay, she wanted to be at all the schools, at all of the frat parties, and do whatever it is that us girls do on our freshman year. It ain't had nothing to do with her. You allowed your son to get into your head about grown folk business, and that's why you didn't want to be there. Like, to me, it's bullshit. But it is what it is. Moving on. So then Heather has her baby showers for her 5 employees. Everybody showed up in white. It was really cute. Their outfits was cute. The venue was cute. It was very subtle. It wasn't anything that was over the top, overly undone. Like, it was a very, very, very cute baby shower. And shout out to Heather for having that much love for her employees that she will want to do something like that for them. So then Whitney lets Jen and Heather know that she really meant that she was going to start over a clean slate with Lisa, and she invited her to the Rolling 20s, to the 1920s party. She said that Mary is invited, but Jen is still pissed at her. A part of me feels like, Jen, get the fuck over it. And then another part of me feels like I kind of get it, because Mary's apology wasn't rooted in anything genuine. But at the same time, though, Jen, you accepted it. Like, it would seem to me like once she gave you that half-hearted ass apology and you turned it down, then I would understand why you would have your reservations about being in the same place with her. But the fact that you accepted her apology and everybody thought it was over with, the fact that you're bringing it up now again after you've accepted her half-hearted ass apology, may I add, it just makes you look very immature. It makes you look very immature, very childish, very childlike, very kiddie in the mind. And it goes back to what I said before about how because you don't have a job and you sit around and spend all your husband's money, and that's why you have to buy your friends, and that's why that you have all of this loose stuff. See, listen, an idle mind is a devil's playground. And y'all see what Jen got going on. Jen, then you did something that I absolutely hate. Listen. Yes, it's a conflict of interest if Meredith decides to still be friends with Mary. But again, I'm grown. I'm not about to sit here and make a friend of mine choose between me and another person. So long as you being a great friend to the both of us and you're not allowing me to talk bad about her, vice versa, you know, you're not constantly coming to me about what she got going on and vice versa, then there is no conflict of interest, because it's called being a real friend and staying neutral, meaning stand up out of the situation. For you to get upset with Meredith because she decided to go to Mary's church, how is that a dig to you? How is that a dig? For whatever reason, her and the cult lady church queen are friends. They sat down. She invited her to come. She accepted the invitation. It had nothing to do with you. So the fact that you are sitting up here making that situation be about you, I'm just not with it. I'm not with it, Jen. Jen, I'm starting not to like you because I'm not with that. I'm not with that. And you're the last person who need to be sitting up here getting into it with anybody. Because, girl, if they start to windmill you down, like, girl, I done already said your face look like an unfinished Picasso painting. I hate to think what it's going to look if somebody decides that they want to tear off in your ass, girl. Let it go. Moving on. So, to finish this off, the ladies get ready for the 1920 party. Whitney looked amazing. Whitney looked amazing, 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 on top of amazing. And y'all know I see it for Whitney, so shout out to her. Lisa brings up the fact that they're being strippers. Lisa, girl, look. Lisa, listen. You are a very judgmental person, and I think it's just in your spirit and your soul to be that way, and you just can't help it, and you got to meet people where they are, and when the bitch show you who the flying hell she are, you believe them. So there it is. So Jen shows up in a very gorgeous dress. Very gorgeous dress. Very, very, very gorgeous dress. Even though it was a little bit too much for my liking. Not that it wasn't gorgeous, but because of the fact that it won't your party. And you could have dumbed it down just a little bit. Like you had a whole train and all that shit. Like, wow, gorge it was a bit much. And then she says that she saw Meredith and Mary talking in the corner. Then she got all upset again, which is very stupid and childish and foolish in my opinion. And that was the end of the episode. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give y'all. Let's get the discussion popping. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode. Tonight's episode was decent. I'm starting to look at Jen in a whole nother way. People told me that I was going to. You are right. They also told me I was going to start looking at Brooks in a whole nother way. Y'all were right. And yeah, that's all I got. And I ain't got no more to give you. I'm going to talk to y'all tomorrow. Maybe. If I don't do the live tomorrow, because I'm cooking. So if I don't get y'all the live tomorrow, y'all will be getting it Friday. If not tomorrow, you will be getting it Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Not p.m. If not tomorrow, watch YouTube. Okay? If you see it tomorrow, your ass gonna get it tomorrow. And if you don't see it tomorrow, you're gonna get it Friday. I'm going back.
What you're giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business.